In 2005, a young and determined Christian Horner took his place on the pit wall. As Red Bull Racing entered Formula One for the first time, he was just 31 years old. The youngest team principal on the grid, and many in the paddock doubted whether he could survive, let alone succeed. But Horner was not there to play it safe. He was there to build something extraordinary. From the moment he stepped into the role, he carried a quiet confidence, a deep understanding of racing, and a belief that Red Bull could become more than just a flashy newcomer with a drinks brand behind it. Over the next few years, Horner began shaping a team that would eventually dominate the sport. He made bold decisions, including signing a young Sebastian Vettel from Toro Rosso and bringing in legendary designer Adrian Newey to lead the technical team. His leadership style was calm but authoritative, strategic but aggressive, always ready to take a calculated risk. By 2010, the hard work paid off. Red Bull won both the Constructors and Drivers Championships, with Vettel leading the charge. This was not a one-time fluke. Horner guided Red Bull to 4 consecutive doubles from 2010 to 2030, establishing the team as a modern dynasty in Formula One. Even when the hybrid era arrived in 2014 and Mercedes took control of the championship, Horner refused to let Red Bull fade into the background. He kept the team competitive, built strong driver lineups, and continued pushing for innovation. In 2021, Red Bull returned to title contention, and by 2022, with Max Verstappen at the wheel, the team had found a new rhythm of dominance. Verstappen, a driver Horner had supported since his teenage years, became the face of Red Bull's success, winning multiple championships under Horner's leadership. Behind the scenes, however, pressure was building. The F1 paddock is as political as it is fast, and Red Bull was no exception. In early 2024, Christian Horner faced serious allegations of misconduct from within the organization. An internal investigation cleared him, but the incident left deep cracks in the foundation. Senior figures, including Max Verstappen's father Jose, expressed public frustration. Adrian Newey announced his departure. Whispers of unrest began to swirl, and the once unbreakable Red Bull fortress began to show signs of weakness. The 2025 season brought more trouble. Red Bull, after years of dominance, slipped down the grid. McLaren surged ahead, Ferrari regrouped, and even Mercedes showed signs of revival. Verstappen won only 2 races in the first half of the season, and Red Bull sat 4th in the Constructors' Championship. As results declined, so did internal support. Talks about the team's future direction began circulating. Then, on July 9, 2025, the unthinkable happened. Red Bull officially announced that Christian Horner was removed from his role as team principal and CEO, ending a 20-year journey that changed the course of Formula One history. His replacement, Laurent Mekies, a capable and experienced figure from the sister team Racing Bulls, stepped into the role immediately. While Red Bull tried to frame the change as part of a strategic shift, the reality was clear. The team had fallen, and someone had to take the blame. Horner, the architect of their success, became the casualty of their decline. At the Red Bull headquarters in Milton Keynes, Horner gave an emotional farewell, reportedly in tears. The staff gathered to say goodbye to the man who had led them through both glory and struggle. Despite the dramatic end, Horner's legacy remains untouched. Under his leadership, Red Bull Racing won 124 races, Purdue champions, and rewrote the modern F1 playbook. He turned a marketing experiment into one of the most feared teams in moto. Now sidelined, Christian Horner's story in Formula One is far from over. Whispers of potential roles elsewhere have already begun, whether at Ferrari, in a consultancy position, or perhaps in a media role. Horner's sharp mind and deep racing instinct will not be lost to the sport. He was more than a team principal. He was a visionary, and even in exit, his influence continues to race through Formula One.